And welcome back to the GSMC Baseball Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We are going to give you our fourth and final segment today on my show, which is talking about, as I've said a few times now, the legends of the game. So the first one I did want to talk about was Jackie Robinson. Of course, yesterday was Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone around the league wore 42. In my opinion, the best tradition in all of sports. I think the impact that Jackie Robinson brought on baseball is truly incredible, of course, and I think he is such an influential guy and one of the most influential men in American history, and one of the most, and I'd say definitely the most influential player in baseball history. Of course, an amazing movie was made about him as well, 42, and the famous line, "Maybe someday we'll all wear 42," after Pee Wee Reese talked about the racist comments that he was getting called by fans and also his teammates, and also other teams as well, especially the manager of the Phillies at that time. So I just want to talk about Jackie Robinson's impact on the game. I mean, where do we even begin? I mean, of course, the first African American player to play in the MLB. Now, I know a lot of people would say that someone did it in the 1800s and early 1900s, but back when, but I think Jackie Robinson is the most notable and the guy that really did affect baseball in the highest level and the highest way. So without him, I don't really know if half of these players would be in baseball, and half the great talents in baseball we have today would be a part of it. So, I mean, of course, broke the color barrier, getting signed by Branch Rickey for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So, of course, that was his impact. I mean, first African-American player. And not only that, was so good and dealt with so much. I mean, he dealt with so many things being thrown at him, so many things said at him, so many slurs, so many horrible, disgusting things, so many threats, and just it's inconceivable to me that he went through all that and was still an amazing baseball player, still focused on his day job, and never once really fought back in a violent way or anything like that. So just an incredible man, an incredible baseball player. I did want to, it was Jackie Robinson Day yesterday, the anniversary of his MLB debut, April 15th. So I wanted to just touch upon that and make sure his memory lives on. I think that there's so many great African American baseball players in the MLB now and in the past as well that would not have been there without him. Hank Aaron, the greatest slugger of all time. Ernie Banks, one of the greatest Cubs of all time. Cool Papa Bell, didn't play in the MLB, but was still an amazing player. Barry Bonds, of course, you could argue the greatest baseball player of all time if you don't care about steroids. Lou Brock, an amazing player. Roy Campanella, Bob Gibson, Satchel Paige, Ken Griffey Jr., of course. I mean, Ken Griffey Jr., I would say, is top 5 most influential baseball players of all time, with the swag he brought to baseball, with the talent he had, with how fluid he played the game, with how many new faces he brought to baseball. I think baseball at that time did have a diversity problem. I don't think there was a lot of diversity among the fans. And I think Ken Griffey brought a lot of new faces into the game, brought a lot of new demographics into baseball, brought a lot of new fans. With his backwards hat, his sweet swing, I mean, how he played center field, his personality, how amazing he was at baseball, one of the greatest players of all time, and arguably the most influential. And he would not even have gotten the chance if Jackie Robinson wasn't there. So just all connects back to there. So Tony Gwynn, of course, one of the greatest basemen of all time. Rickey Henderson, the greatest base stealer of all time. Reggie Jackson, one of the greatest sluggers of all time. Derek Jeter, of course. I could just go on and on and on. Willie Mays, in my opinion, the greatest baseball player of all time. So just Jackie Robinson's legacy still lives throughout baseball history, still nowadays, and one of the most influential men in American history, the most influential baseball player in the history of the MLB. And happy Jackie Robinson yesterday, guys. And one of the influence he brought still lives in baseball today with all the different demographics we have in baseball. I think baseball has proven it is the world's game. So many different people and players and nationalities and races watch the game, and that's beautiful to me. I think that was very evident with the World Baseball Classic last year, with how many different countries were very excited about it, were very enthusiastic, watch their teams, travel to watch their teams. So yeah, it's just baseball is one of the best sports, is the best sport in the world to me because of that, and I love it, and it's all because of Jackie Robinson. So thank you so much, Jackie, for your impact, and yeah, just again, his influence cannot be overstated, and I did want to just take some time to celebrate Jackie Robinson and his legacy, as Jackie Robinson Day was yesterday. So again, thank you. Now, another legend of the game I did want to talk about was John Sterling. John Sterling, of course, the Yankees announcer for 36 years, in baseball for over 60 years. One of the most influential broadcasters of all time, one of the greatest broadcasters of all time for TV, for radio, and someone like me who, wants to get into sports media, is, doing that right now, of course, hosting this and talking to all you wonderful people every day. I think Sterling was a guy that paved the way, well, not paved the way, but was one of the best guys at that. Some of the most iconic calls in baseball history because of him. Had a name for every single Yankees player when they did a home run. One of my favorites is Higashioka, the home run stroker. I think about that all the time, just how amazing that is. Like a good neighbor, Glaber is there. These are just incredible things to say as a baseball announcer, and I think Sterling, I don't know if he paved the way for having your own baseball calls, like something that is true to you, like Mike Breen in basketball says bang. You have Matt Vasgersian say Santa Maria. So I don't know if Sterling was the guy to invent that, but he definitely popularized it, especially in baseball. I don't think we'd have some of the great announcers we have today, like Matt Vasgersian or Howie Rose, who said put it in the books. And you have Gary Cohen, who out of here. So I want to thank John Sterling for his years of service to baseball, one of the greatest announcers of all time, and a true legend of baseball, and someone I grew up listening to. I did grow up a Mets fan, but at the same time, whenever I was stuck in traffic, going somewhere out of New York City, which is a lot, believe me, if you live in New York, you know that traffic, and I'm sure even if you don't live in New York, you know about the New York traffic. So we would, put on the Yankees game if it was a day game, and you'd hear Sterling talking, and just, he's the closest I would think to what I've heard of kind of Vince Scully. Vince Scully, everyone says, you would feel like you're just talking, you're just having a conversation with him. He would just talk to you about regular things over a baseball game, and to me, that was kind of always what John Sterling felt like, just as a radio announcer, a guy that was very relatable, just a great baseball mind, of course, and just a great announcer, a great people person. Seems like a great just man all around. So, yeah, a great baseball mind, one of the greatest announcers of all time. I think paved the way for a lot of the guys I love, of course. Like I said, Gary Cohen, Howie Rose, growing up as a Mets fan, I've been blessed with some great announcers, and I think Sterling was one of those guys to give an impact on them. Around 90 years old, still doing what he did was incredible. So congratulations to John Sterling on an amazing career, one of the greatest announcers in sports history, paved the way for radio, and was just one of the greatest guys to ever do it. So congratulations to him. Have a great retirement. Hopefully his name will be up on the Yankees rafters there. And yeah, there's not much else to say about him. A legend of the game, truly impactful. Also him, Jackie Robinson, two guys that I wanted to push together. I think Jackie Robinson obviously did way more for baseball than John Sterling, but both were legends, and I wanted to just put them together, talk about them, talk about their impacts, and just say happy Jackie Robinson Day to Jackie. I know he's somewhere just very happy that his impact in baseball is still going on, and he is the reason we have so many great baseball players today. And John Sterling, one of the greatest announcers of all time. Congratulations on your retirement, and congratulations on a great career. So yeah, that is what I did want to touch upon. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching our show today. Make sure to follow us on social media, get content and updates: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Again, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. It's a beautiful day outside. Please enjoy it, and we'll see what baseball throws at us tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go